Good morning. Oh, I think I've cut my head off. Let me move it up a little. I hope you're having a good day today. It's a great Saturday. I popped up on my computer, so let me go there. And here I am. There. And I am playing with lots of paper today. I have a list of things that I've got to get done, so I will be doing that. My name is Robbie Rabala, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Bern, North Carolina. I would love if you shared my video and give me some likes, some thumbs up, and let me know if you like my videos. And if you've got crafty friends, join them. The two of you can watch and chat, back and forth and comment. I love sharing my ideas, and I hope that I give you some ideas for ways to use what you have. I know we're all struggling right now with, hey Renee, with the economy. And I wanna show you how. Now I will be using current product, but you can very easily take what you already have and do the same thing. Hey Trudy. So that's my goal, is look at what I'm doing, see what you have that's similar, and use what you have. It's the best way to use your supplies. I also try to look at my stamp sets, see which ones I could get the most bang for my buck from, and then I look at my designer series paper. Like, I purchased quite a few of the designer series paper. Oh, thanks, Trudy. I appreciate it. I love the designer series paper, and I think it's a good way to use what you already have stamp set wise, and play with new paper. If you're like me, I like to play with new things. So that's what I do, is I purchase the paper and then I look and see what I have. Now I will tell you, today's card, I did use paper and a bundle that go together. But you could very easily change it. You could have the paper and use one you have. I'm using Happiness Abounds, but if you have there was a rose set a couple of years ago. I can't remember what it was that everybody loved. If you have that one, you could use that one. If you bought the Abigail Rose instead, you could do the same thing with that. So I love giving you ideas for how to use what you have, and maybe just supplementing with one or two things, because money's getting tight for everybody, and that's something to think about. We're going to chit chat just for just to give a few more people to come in. Sometimes I know it takes a while for it to come up on the feed. I am using a sketch for today's card. I love using sketch challenges. And in fact, the one that I'm using today is, let me see who did it. This one is a Mojo Monday sketch. So, there's all kinds of sketches out there. So just, go looking, put in sketch challenges or card sketches. It'll pop up. You can do it on Pinterest also. So find a sketch. I got 3 comments that I can't see. Oh, I can't see them. It didn't come up. I wonder why. It's not here. I don't know. Maybe it's just the 3 that are up there. Hey, Ellen. Thanks for joining us. So anyway, getting back to where I was. Search for sketch challenge, especially if you're lost for what to do. Now, I will tell you, this is a challenge for me to use just stamps, paper, and ink. No dies, no punches, no ribbons, no embellishments. That's a challenge for me because I love my bling. But I want to show you that you can create great cards with just a few supplies. You don't have to have tons of things. Hey, Ruth. So that's my goal for today. I hope you have your beverage of choice, depending on where you are. It's morning here, so I have my hot tea. And yes, I drink hot tea even in the summer. So you got a few minutes, grab something, sit back, relax, and let's have some fun playing. So I'm gonna take one more sip and I'm gonna move my tea over there away. I almost turned it over this morning right on my work area. So it's like, I don't like this around my work area. So give me a minute to do that and then we'll get started. I was wondering why it was so dark. I never turned on my lights. I was like, why is it so dark here? Give me a minute to turn on my lights. You won't be able to see if I don't when I flip this around. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. I kept wondering why it was so dark. Well, that's why. Hey, Kim. All right, now, if you get dizzy, close your eyes because I'm going to turn myself upside down and flip my phone. So let me hit my buttons here. Okay, close your eyes. I'll tell you when to open. All right. All right, I think that's got it. Okay, you can open your eyes. I'm just kind of adjusting things. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I had it and then moved it. Now it's back again. All right. So, oh, I got a mess over here. All right. For today's card, I'm using the Hues of Happiness bundle. I'm not using the dots that's in the book. It's on page 109 of the annual catalog, the new annual catalog. And I'm using this piece of the pattern paper. I love this paper, very colorful. Kim, she's over to the side sleeping. She's, her bed and blankets and all that she usually sleeps on, they're too hot now because it's warm here. So she sleeps on the cool floor. So she's over to the side sleeping. I'll get her in a minute. So this is the paper I'm using. And I'm going to use the Happiness Abounds set. I'm using this flower. I love that one. I should have used that one, but that's okay. I was going to use Friend, but my piece of paper that I am using was too narrow. So I went into Forever Fern and I'm going to use the Hello. And Forever Fern is on page 73 of the annual catalog. So I mix and match my stamp sets all the time, especially for sentiments. There wasn't anything here that would work, so I keep my sentiments fairly neutral, or I don't put anything on, and then I can use the sentiment that I want when I need it. All right, so there's the paper we're using. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use a card base, and you know, here's another way to be economical. If money is tight, buy white cardstock because you can use it for all your cards. All right, now this is going to go on here, and I'm to my glue because I'm out of my, oh, I got a mess here. Where'd that thing go? Oh, well, I'll find it. My seal ran out, and I placed 3 orders so far this month. Oh, there it is. The first one I placed to get my supplies for my class this month. And I was like, okay. And then my second one I placed for my pre-order from the annual catalog. Does that look straight? No, it's going to stay. If it's not, it's staying. And on the second one, I totally forgot 3 things that I needed desperately. So I placed another order. So 3 orders. Oh, I know why. I had to place a second order because I forgot to order my catalogs. So it was like, oh, darn. All right, now, all the measurements will be posted afterwards, so don't worry about that. But as you can see, I've used this paper on white, which is fine. It really makes it pop. And then I'm going to add, for some interest, a panel of navy because the background on this is navy. So I've got that. Then I have my, where's my other piece? Oh, here it is. I was like, I'm missing some pieces. This is where I'm going to put my sentiment. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment in navy. Judith, it's Hues of Happiness. That suite, it's in there. I'm trying to make this straight, so at least I get it as fairly straight as I can. All right, and I'm gonna stamp it right about there. Oh, all right, let's try again. I forget that this one, much better. This one has a little space at the top and a bunch at the bottom, and I try to center it, and I forget that it's not that way. So there's that one. So I'll let that sit. And then I've pulled out that image, and I'm going to stamp that flower right on here. And then, did you guys know that you can take and blend your ink to get some color on it? When you have an open line image like this, you can take your water brush, and I do not put water in my barrel. I put a bowl. I have a bowl of water to the side that I put in here. Put that in. That way I can control how wet this is. I don't like the water to run out. And as you see, all I'm doing is painting around. And when I need a little bit more water, I dip it in there. I don't want too much water on this because this is not watercolor paper. This is just regular cardstock. I'm going to leave the center alone. You can do this also with a paintbrush. So if you have a skinny paintbrush, you can use that. I like, excuse me, I like a fine tip one, and I've had these for years, and I love them because they have a fine tip to them. All right, so I've added just a little bit of color for some interest there. Okay, I'm going to set this aside because it's got to dry, and as you can see, it's pretty wet. So everything's done so far, but this is a 1-inch square. And what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to create a flag. Now, if you have the banners, punch, pick a banner, you can use that on here. I had cut mine. If you're going to do that, leave this strip longer and then trim it because, oh my gosh, if you don't, it will not be good. Now this is going to go on here and this goes on top. So what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to move it over. I'm just going to kind of do some playing with it, and I'll move it over and then cut off the extra. So I'm going to use, all right, I'm going to use this as a guide. So I want it there to make sure. Yeah, there. Good. So then I just take and cut off this extra. So I just started with a 3-inch piece, but it was too big for what the size of my sentiment. This goes on top. Now, if you're like me and you like your bling, you can very easily add some bling to this banner like so. And that gets your bling on there. You could add a bow to your banner. All right, let's see. Is this dry? No, not yet. All right, I'm going to wave it a little bit so that it dries some. Okay. It's still wet, but I'm going to put my dimensionals in my corners where I didn't put water. So I should be good. The center will be not supported, which isn't good. Well, you know what? It's not too wet there, so I'll do one right about there. And that's it. So that's the only thing. You can hit it with the heat tool if you want. But again, this is stamps, paper, and ink. So, you know, if you're going to do this, stamp this and do it first, and then take and let it dry. Ooh, there's something sticky on my mat. All right, and then this goes down here like so. And there it is. That was a quick card. It's like 10 minutes. And the card is done. Now I did have everything cut. So that's what you can do. And like I said, change up the DSP. Make this a masculine card. Use masculine paper and masculine colors. And stick, a sailboat in there, a tool, you know, whatever your guy likes, golf. So lots of ways to use this layout. This can say happy birthday. You can make it longer and come further over. Just make sure that this is a 1/2 inch, that your sentiment will fit in there. And a quick and easy card, not hard, but very, very nice. You can add more layers if you want. You can cut this out if you want, because you could fussy cut that if you wanted to, and put it on the blue, which might look nice. But I wanted to show you, you can do some simple things with what you already have. So what do you think? This is still kind of damp. I'm thinking I should have cut it out or cut it down. It looks a little big. So what do you think? Should I cut this out or cut down the panel? I measured the stamp, so, which is probably what I should have done. Even though I've stuck this down, I could very easily take it up. It's just dimensionals. Oh, great, Deborah. I love giving you ideas. And like I said, try different papers. This would look great with the patterns from the In Colors or any of the Brights. Very quickly, you could do a card up with it and change your image out. So it's a great layout. You could even do this. Ooh, this would look really nice. Use a card base of crumb cake and use the perfectly penciled or black and white paper and put a black image on here. If you did polka dots, you could make it for anything. So, I mean, lots of options. And we love options, as you know. We've got to have options, you know? So, such fun things to do. All right, well, that's all I had today. I didn't realize it was going to be that fast. I would have done up another one real quick. All right, give me a minute to turn this around. So if you get dizzy, close your eyes. I'm going to flip it up. And Kim, I'm going to get Bijou so you can see her. So close your eyes now. Here I go. All right. Okay, I got it up. Let me get Bijou. Okay, here she is. Oh, sorry about that. Here's Bijou. Kim comes on just to see Bijou. This is my dog, Bijou. She's a little Papillon. I've had her for about 14 years. About 7-8 months ago, she went blind. It was sudden. So she runs into things. We do a lot of laughing. Deborah, I'll post the measurements after we're all done here. I take a picture and post it so you can see it. But she's my little pal. She spends some time with me up here, and have some quality time with me. She doesn't like to be alone now that she's blind. Before I could come up here, and she would be fine staying downstairs, but not anymore. She wants to be up here with me. And I woke her up from her nap, so she's not happy with me. But she's my pal. Let me put her in her bed, see if she'll stay. Okay, girl. There you go. All right. So, I hope I've given you some ideas for today's card. I will post the picture and the measurements. Aw, thanks, Kim. I love her too. Even though she drives me crazy at times. She does things she shouldn't do. So, there's the card for today. I will post the picture and the measurements after we're all done here. I usually have to go downstairs and get straight. At this time, that's all I have. I appreciate your coming in. Make sure you tell your friends about my ideas and share and tell them to join us for some fun. I'm going to have to plan better next time and have more than one card. So have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you back here next Saturday at 10:30. Bye.